Hey guys, in this video we'll be vibe coding together a system that generates renovation videos using AI. Now this type of videos is blowing up lately on platforms like TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. In case you didn't see any of them, as you can see here an example, 1.8 million views, 3.7 million views, etc. So this channel here got 41k followers already, which is crazy. And we can see other channels as well, like this one with 51k followers. And it's actually simple to make using AI. So this idea is inspired by a YouTube video I watched lately. Basically, he did the approach on generating AI videos, but it was kind of manually. He was hopping around the tools like ChatGPT with the prompts and then going to a different AI image generator model, generating the images, then generating the videos and then stitching them using an editor. But that's not the case for this video. However, we're gonna be inspired by the prompt he made to generate like the image prompts and video prompts, but we are going to automate it using Antigravity, basically building a system that starts with an idea and generates the whole video at the end and logs it to Airtable. And yeah, that's why we are going to need a couple of tools in here. One of them is going to be Airtable, which will play the role for our database, as you can see here, to store like the different ideas, the different scenes, the images, and the videos that were generated, just to keep track of them. That's why I created this base here, renovation videos. We have the table videos and the table scenes. The table videos will have the ID, the title, and the video. So this will represent actually the video idea, basically, that we're gonna start as an entry point to the system. And then this is gonna contain the final video or the output video. We have the scenes table here that has an ID as well. The video ID, basically the ID of the video it belongs to from the other table. The start image prompt, the start image itself. This is the URL of the generated image. We have the end image prompt and the end image, scene video prompt, and the scene video. So the idea for a video is going to be separated into 4 scenes. The first scene is gonna be, let's say we are going to generate at first 4 images. So the first image is gonna be the house at the raw state, basically. The second image in progress, like the renovation is still in progress. The third video is going to be the house still in progress but almost done, and the fourth video will be the final state of the house. We are going to take in for each scene. This is gonna create 4 scenes, of course. For the first scene, we are going to use the first image, basically the raw house, and then the second image, which is the house in progress, and generate a scene from like as a time lapse, a video from the first state to the second state. We are going to create another scene, which is the second scene, starting from the second image to the third image, basically showcasing the progress of the renovation. After that, we are going to start with the third scene to the fourth scene, showcasing the almost done, like still in progress, but it is almost done. And finally, we are going to use only one image, which is the fourth image. Sorry, it's not almost done, but from when it's still in progress to it's when it's done. So basically the fourth image. And the final scene, which is going to take only one image, which is the house at the final state, and it's gonna be like a drone shot or a cinematic panning or whatever, just to showcase the final result. So yeah, for each video we are going to have 4 scenes, as I said. After that, each scene will have the output video, and then we are going to stitch the 4 videos together and then put them in one output video that's gonna be logged in to this Airtable here. So I mentioned generating images and generating videos. That's why we are going to use other tools. The first one will be Full AI, which is an AI model aggregator that gives you access to unlimited AI models for image generation, video generation, whatever. It's not gonna be free. You have to create your account and then deposit some credits, and then you will access the models that we're gonna use, which is Nano Banana Pro for our case. For the video generation, however, we are going to use a free approach using the Vertex AI Studio, which basically gives you $300 of free credits when you create your account. It's like a free trial, and then you can hook it to an API call and use the models that are there. It offers Nano Banana, not Pro, but Nano Banana, and it offers View 3.1. We could, I guess, do it instead of Full AI, do the system in Vertex for free, but that requires a bit of rate limiting. I mean, I can do it. If you guys are interested in doing this system fully free, just leave in the comment and tell me that I should do it, and I will do it. Of course, as I said, we are here in Vertex AI. As you can see, we have consumed a bit of credits. We got greedy a bit, testing the other workflows and creating other things, but we still have 62 days remaining of our free trial and $187 for our credits. and we are going to use Vertex AI. So for that, if you don't know how to get the free model, so just log into your Google Cloud Console with your Google account. After that, you will see a free trial message on top. Just click on it, and then it will ask you to select your country and then input your credit card information. It will not get any credits from your credit card. Don't worry, it will not charge you any dollars. It's just a authentication steps or process. After you do that, you will just create your first project from here. Just go to project picker, click on create new project here, give it a name, and then hit create. I already have done a video on that. I'll leave it in the description or in the cards on top right of the video. You can go ahead and check that out. So yeah, after we do that, so these are pretty much the tools that we're gonna use. And sorry, before I forget, we are going to use Gemini 2.5 Flash as our LLM, which is again free. It gives you a generous free trial that you can use the LLM with. So for that, you just go to Google AI Studio, and under aistudio.google.com, create your account, and then go to API keys or get API key here, create your API key and save it later on, and we will be using that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's start with generating the system now. Open Antigravity, go select open folder, create your folder, or select the folder you have already created. For my case, I created this folder here, AI Renovation, that I will be using to create my files and my project structure, etc. Now the work actually begins, so I highly recommend you don't skip the video because there are some steps that we are going to do here that require a bit of focus in order to be able to do the system and make it work fine. So let's start with the first step here, which is, as you have guessed, the project initialization or creating the project structure. For that, I have prepared this prompt, as you can see here, basically letting Antigravity know how to create the project structure, following my instructions again. For this case, I created this prompt here, as you can see. It is for the project setup and environment. Basically, give it the goal, give it the project structure I want to go with, telling it everything it's gonna need in the .env. I have done this before, that's why I'm basically following what I did, so to make sure that it actually works. But yeah, I prepared every module, a prompt for every module and every step, and I will be explaining later. And you can access this master prompt here, or mega prompt, that's gonna generate you the whole system, in the description. Just feel free to check it. It's gonna be free. Thank me later. Let's go ahead now and start. So I'm basically going to tell it like it's going to create a new Python project, because we are going to use Python for this. We are going to create a SRC folder, scripts folder, temp folder, and outputs folder. And under SRC, we are going to create modules folder. We are going to create a requirements.txt, so we know what to install exactly. For this case, as I said, we are going to need requests just to be able to call the APIs. We are going to need python.env, which is pretty basic stuff. We need the API keys and variables to be stored in .env. That's why we need python.env. We have the full client. We are going to be communicating with full AI. We need Google Generative AI just to be able to access Gemini 2.5 Flash, the LLM, using Google AI Studio. We need PyAirtable, which is the module for Airtable. And I told it to create the .env. Basically, they're telling it to store or leave me a placeholder for the sensitive data that I'm going to create. So we are going to create like environment variables for the Google Vertex AI project. We need the video parameters that we are going to use for View 3.1. We need the OAuth, which is very important here. We're going to get to it in a second. I highly recommend that you stay focused. After that, we need the full AI key. We need the Gemini API key. We need the Airtable config. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me go ahead, change the model to Opus 4.6 before we run out of credits or we get hit by rate limits. Hopefully not. We are going to click on send and let Antigravity create the project. Alright, as you can see, it started by creating the requirements.txt, created the git ignore in case we want to push it into a GitHub and create a repository out of it. We have .env template, and it's asking us for a permission to create the git keep allow once. It has also generated the other folders we told it to, the outputs, the scripts, the SRC, the temp, etc. It is now installing the dependencies that it got from the requirements.txt, and we should be good in a second. Alright, now it has finished setting up everything, so we go ahead and accept everything. We see the requirements ready. It has even installed the requirements, created the project structure as we wanted, and we have the .env template and the actual .env that we are gonna use. It left us some placeholders that we're gonna be filling later on using our actual API keys and credentials. This is the most important part for me that we'll get to now. So basically, in order to be able to access the Veo 3.1 for free using Vertex AI, we are going to create an OAuth app inside our Google Cloud Console, and then we'll be filling these informations here. Then we are going to create a script that basically allows us to connect to our Google account in order to get the refresh token and place it here so we can use the API later. So let's start step by step. All right, and let's go ahead and paste this command here. So basically this prompt here will tell Antigravity how to get the refresh token and how to create the OAuth setup and everything. Of course, from Antigravity overcoding side, we still have to do some work inside the Google Cloud Console in order to be able to access this. So let's go ahead and send. And in the meantime, I know already what we need to do. So let's go ahead to Cloud Console to gain a bit of time. And once we are in here, we should go look for APIs. So select APIs and services. Under OAuth consent screen, just go here. Just go to clients, application type, select web application, give it a name. Here in authorized redirect APIs, we need to input the URL link that we are going to get from Antigravity. So as you can see here, it told me to add this redirect URI to your OAuth 2.0 credentials. So I just need to go take this here, and under authorized redirect URIs, I just need to click here. This there. I already have done it. I will not be doing it again. I will tell you though what I will be doing. So as you can see here, I clicked on add URI. I put the URL that I got from Antigravity, and you just need to click save. Once you do that, after you create your application and put your URIs there, you need to always go back to clients and enter the client that you have just created. In the right corner here, you will see the client ID. We just need to go ahead, go back to Antigravity, open the .env, and under Google Client ID, paste in your ID here. For the client secret, once you create your app, it should pop up. If it didn't, you can go in the bottom corner here, you will see the client secret, and you will be able to copy it. For my case, I will not be able to copy it because I already have done that. And once you refresh and you get out of the console, you will not be able to copy it again. But however, you will be able to create a new one. So if I go here, click on disable this, and then delete the client that I have. Click on create new client, and you will see we'll have the client secret here. Just copy it and go to the Google client secret and paste it there. Now we need to get the refresh token. We'll not be doing anything inside Google AI console or cloud console. We'll do everything inside Antigravity now. So let me go ahead and accept everything. I'm going to tell Antigravity, I told it that I have put the Google client ID and the client secret, and now I want to get the refresh token. So as you can see, if we go here, we'll see a new file that has been created, which is setup OAuth. Basically, this will handle everything for us. Let me go ahead and send it, and it will activate or execute this file here. Let me go ahead and save the .env, my bad, because in Antigravity, if you don't save a file, basically it's hidden for it. So let me go ahead now. It should open your browser, which for my case it did. After that, it will tell you to select your account. Just select it, and then you'll be hit with the screen. Oh, for my bad, I forgot another thing. For your case, when creating a new client, just go back to Google Cloud Console, and under audience here, after you finish with the clients, and under test users, just click on add users. Once you do, just give your email that you have logged in to. So for my case, I have put my email already. And once that screen pops, when you execute it using Antigravity, or you execute the script using Antigravity, you select the exact account that you have put under test users. It will give you this screen here. Don't worry, nothing will happen. Just click on continue here. Then it will ask you for some permissions, and after that, it will give you the screen here. For example, of course, it can be different for your case. Antigravity just generated this page for us, but it told us that the authorization was successful. If we go back to Antigravity, we'll see our refresh token has been inputted here, and now we can actually start using Veo 3.1. So let's go and pass to the next step of the system, which is generating the prompts that we are going to use later on to generate the images and the videos. So for this, I have prepared this prompt. Basically, it is going to generate the LLM brain for us and every interaction using Gemini 2.5 Flash. As you can see here, I have put the system prompt, which I got from the video. I will put you guys the link in the description for it. He created a big prompt for it. I just had to change a couple of things just to make it compatible with our system that we are going to create. So basically telling it everything. You will get an idea about a house. For example, this idea here, this thing here, I'm not gonna say it because I'm afraid that I will ruin ruin the pronunciation, but yeah, you get the idea. It will take this and use Gemini 2.5 Flash to generate the rest of the elements from the image prompts and the video prompts. So yeah, let me go ahead and actually send it. All right, and now it finished creating the prompt engine for us. If you go here under SRC and then we go to modules, we'll see the prompt engine. We see the system prompt that I gave it. We see that it's gonna use this and the Gemini API key. We'll get that in a second. And we see the parsing it does because we have like, this is the output format. It needs to remove this and take each one on its own. So it created the parser for us, and then it created the Gemini interaction to be able to generate all of that, pass in the system prompt and get the output. Let me go back to Google AI Studio and actually get the API key for my Gemini account, and we'll be back. All right, I have done that, and now let's move on to the next part, which is the full AI interaction in order to be able to interact with the images. So as I said, we have 4 prompts. We are going to generate 4 images. The first image is going to be using the text to image from Nano Banana Pro, and the other 3 are going to use the image to image. The first one is text to image because we are going to just pass it a prompt and it will generate the first image. That will be the reference image for the next image of it. It doesn't have a previous image, so we don't need to use the image to image. We are going to be using only the text to image in here. After that, we are going to use for the second image, we're going to use the first image as reference just to make sure we have the consistency, the camera angle, etc. The third image is going to use the second image as a reference. The fourth image is going to use the third image as a reference, and so on and so forth. For our case, that's enough. We have only 4 images. So let me go ahead and pass in the next prompt now. And on top of that, let me go to full AI. Let me look for Nano Banana. We have this one and this one, the text to image and image to image. So for the text to image, we are going to click on LLMs and copy everything and paste it here. Let me say doc, 2 points, and then image box, just to make sure that it has the full context on how to communicate with full AI and Nano Banana there. So let me go ahead and hit send. All right, now it has finished generating the image generation script for us. So we are ready to go. One more thing before we forget, we go to .env and we input our full AI API key. To do that, just go back to full AI, click on your account, go to API keys, and then click on add key, and then click on create key. After that, go look for the entry for full AI key here inside your .env and paste in your API key. Do not forget to save. And now we are going to move to the video generation script. So for this, as I said, we are using View 3.1, not using full AI, but using the Vertex that we did before. There are still a couple of steps to do inside Vertex AI. I will show you in a second how. All right, for this case, I prepared this prompt here, creating the video generation module using Vertex AI. It should create this videogen.py file here, and it's gonna communicate with Vertex AI using the REST API. It's gonna take the refresh token that we did to authenticate the communication. It's going to create some functions. I gave it the body request because it's pretty tricky here. I don't think it has the documentation for it, and I told it how to exactly do that. So for this case, we need to generate or get a couple of information. As you can see, we have 3 of them already done because they are pretty generic and repeat from account to account. The only thing that doesn't repeat is this Google Cloud project here. So we need the ID. And to be able to get your project ID, just go back to your Google Cloud console, and in the project picker here, open it, and you will see the ID of your project. Just copy it and paste it inside this place here, or inside the environment variable that was created for you that has the name of project ID or whatever. Okay, now we are ready to send this prompt here, and let me send it right now and wait for it to create the video generation script. All right, it has already generated the file for us. It generated the script and everything should be fine in here. So now let's move on to the next part, which is, of course, after generating the scene images and the scene video, we are going to end up with 4 scene videos. The next part is to stitch them up together or concatenate them into one final video. For that, I have prepared this prompt that is going to use FFmpeg. You have to have FFmpeg installed. I will leave you the link for it in the description. It's gonna be pretty simple. For the prompt here, I just told it it's a quick one. We need to create a video stitcher script that takes the video paths and then the output paths and then outputs everything, concatenates them using this concatenate function for FFmpeg here. So let me go ahead and send it. All right, it has finished generating that script as well now, basically using FFmpeg to concatenate the 4 videos we have into one final video. And now we are going to move to the main and last part, which is the orchestrator to orchestrate this whole system. As you can see, they are separate scripts right now, but we need something that's gonna group them and orchestrate integrate between them to know which script is gonna be executed before the other one and how exactly. And for that, I have prepared this prompt here, as you can see. Again, all the prompts, you can access them, link in the description. This is going to be tying everything together into a workflow, as you can see here. Okay, so the first thing is we are going to initialize Airtable. So once we get an idea from the user, we are going to go to Airtable and create a new entry here with the idea as a title. Of course, we're gonna leave the video empty because it's not gonna be generated now. After that, we are going to take in the idea and generate the prompts needed for the images and for the videos. After that, we are going to generate the images based on the workflow I explained before. Basically, the text to image for the first image. The image B is going to be image to image from image A, C image to image from image B, and D image to image from image C. And then we are going to save them under the temp folder here. After that, we are going to generate the videos or the segments or the scene videos. So the first scene is going to be A to B, start A and end B. The second scene is going to be B to C. After that, we are going to use C to D, and then we are going to do only D, which is going to be the hold. After that, we are making a critical point here, which is the rate limits for Vue 3.1. Since it's free, of course, we're gonna get hit by rate limits. That's why we are doing 60-second pauses here to avoid them. And we told it to log each scene after we finish everything, generate the video scenes and the images. We are going to log them into Airtable under this scenes table here. So we are going to put the video ID, the start image prompt, start image, the end image prompt, and the end image, and the video prompt, and the end video. And after that, once we have the 4 videos, we're gonna stitch them together using FFmpeg into one final video. Before that, we are going to need to put the Airtable API key that we will put inside the .env here. As you can see, we need the API key that we'll get from Airtable. Just go to Airtable, go to your account, and then go to Builder Hub, and we need to create a token. I already have done that, but just click on create token, give it all the scopes here, and give it a name, and then click on create, and you will get it. We are also going to need the base ID, the main table ID, and the scenes table ID. Main table, I mean the video table ID, and the base ID, I will show you how to get them. So for the base ID, just open your base, any table, it doesn't matter. Under the URL here, you will see this part in the URL. So for example, this app until this slash. So copy that and put it into the base ID. For the table ID, open the first table, and after that slash here, we have the TBL reference table, and then from there to the first slash that you encounter, copy it and paste it. For the second table again, just go to the second table and in the URL, copy that part again and paste everything after that inside the .env file. Alright, once we do that, we can hit send here to create the main orchestrator. Okay, and now it has done creating the main.py or our orchestrator, and it told us how to exactly execute the pipeline, so using this command here. But I'm gonna remove something because we're using, as you can see in the prompt, I told it once it finishes generating the videos, it needs to log them inside Airtable, and to be able to log a video inside Airtable, it needs to have a public URL. To get that public URL, it is going to use the full AI storage, which gonna cost us money, so we are going to scrape that. I will just show you the videos once they are in the temp folder here, and we are going to just log in the images and the prompts for them, just to save up a bit money. Alright, so basically I told it do not execute yet. I just wanted to remove the part where it logs the videos inside Airtable because it needs useful AI for the storage, and that's gonna cost us money. So I told it to just log the prompts, the video prompts and the prompts, as well as the images, since they already have a public URL from full AI. And I will just pass it now the correct structure for the tables I have in Airtable because I forgot to do that. And as you can see here in the scripts, it gave me random names for the fields, so I'm gonna correct it here. Alright, and now we send it and let it fix its mistake, or my mistake. Alright, it is thinking now. Alright, looks perfect. And now let's go ahead and try to execute it. Let's hope it works first try. If it doesn't, no problem. We have Antigravity. We'll tell it to fix the mistakes it did. So let me go ahead and let's send. I gave it this same idea basically. And let's wait for it to fire it up. So it's gonna run it now. It said that it fired the initialization. As you can see, created the new entry inside the videos table here with the idea I gave it. Now it is generating the images. The prompts, not images. It finished finished generating the prompt. We are now going to generate the images. So if I go here, request, I'll be able to see the image that it generated. So this is the image here. All right. And for the other images, it should start the requests now. Let me go to requests. As you can see, we have one finished already and one in progress. All right, generated the other 3 images, as you can see here. Okay, now the images are done as it said. Now it starts to generate the videos. So if you go to temp, we have the run. We have the images here. Actually, we could see them here. We have the prompts as well. We can check everything in here. And this is the house when it's ready. This is the house at first. I don't like how it actually changed the perspective from this to this, but we'll see how the video 3.1 will generate. Okay, video 1 says that it's ready. Let's take a look at it. All right, the transition was good, but I guess I would have preferred if it actually stayed in the right or in the same position here instead of changing the angle. We have video 3 done now. Right, you can see the final result here, but we'll still have the on hold like position for this finished renovation here. All right, it has finished now. As you can see, everything is logged, the 4 videos and the final video here. Let's go take a look at it. So yeah, this is the final result. I guess it's actually good aside from the transition from the first image to the second image, but that happened randomly. I'm pretty sure if I run it one more time, it's not gonna give me that. Matter of fact, the video I showed you in the intro of this video is actually generated by this system as well. So you can check that the camera angle is actually good. Other things that we could add, I guess, are adding music, background music using AI music generator and including it into this workflow, and like add auto posting to your social media. I guess let me know in the comments down below if you want to see an improved version of this, and if I find enough comments that are requesting this, I will gladly do it again and make a full system out of it. But I guess for now this is actually sufficient, and the quality I'm kind of happy with. If you go back to Airtable, we see the scenes. We'll see the end image prompt. We don't have an end image for the final scene. We don't have the final video yet because we removed it from full AI. But yeah, this is it. We can also do it like change full AI with a free nano banana from Vertex AI as well, like we did with the Veo 3.1. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments. This has been it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to get the prompts and to check out the video I got inspiration from. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next video. Goodbye.